crying and screaming like a little girl. Like, I have to beat it. What else? Let's see. icecreammouth asks, you've played a lot of LPs on the easy difficulty. What would it take you to make considering playing an LP on the harder or least normal difficulties? It would have to depend on how good I am in the game anyway. Never do I make a blind let's play on the hardest difficulty ever because I will absolutely fail the game and I'll never get through it. That's why I usually go on easy or normal when I'm doing a blind, walkthrough. If it's a game that I know really well and I know I can beat on harder difficulties, I will play it for you. But I'm not one of those people who are going to pretend like I'm some badass chick gamer who can like play, Resident Evil 3 on hard mode without getting hit, because I know sure as hell I can't do it. There are other people who specialize in doing that. If you've ever watched Hitomi Love, he's one of the guys that I like watching for Let's Plays and stuff. He makes video game walkthroughs on the hardest difficulty, and he shows you how to do it, like save all your ammo, or like barely use ammo, or barely get hit, and he does some pretty good walkthroughs on that part. And I actually value that. But I think the only game I could play on a harder difficulty that I could do is Clock Tower 3. I'm not really good on harder difficulties unless I'm really interested in the game. I have tried Heavy Rain on a harder difficulty, and oh my freaking god, people, like, literally you end up hitting like 10 times a million more buttons and the buttons change, and it's like, holy shit. But I'm not really that great on the harder difficulty, so I will just, I will either play easy if I'm really, really unsure, like I did for Silent Hill 2. I was just afraid if I hit normal, like, I was going to get screwed over, so I did easy. But, now that I know how the game plays out, I may do normal, but probably not record it. But I will keep it for future mind. I will, I would say, okay, maybe I'll do normal and try to play it out as normal, and I'll try not to do easy on everything, but I will still do easy on most things. 2, is there a video game that you're really good at, including the harder difficulties? Like I said, Clock Tower 3. 3, which LP did you have the least fun playing through and why? Would have to be Eternal Eyes. Because I had so many recording problems with it, and for some reason, like, when I first started getting into it, I didn't think it was going to be as long as it was, and I thought I'd get through it pretty quickly, and then, like, almost 100 parts later, I was like, please just freaking end already. It was like my longest Let's Play ever, and it just got to the point where I just didn't enjoy playing it anymore. I just played it to get it over with because I didn't want to quit. So, yeah. And when it came to Resident Evil Outbreak, when it came to, like, the last scenario and I couldn't freaking do it, I stopped caring. I'm like, I can't get through this game. This is ridiculous. So, yeah, those 2 would probably have to be it. Okay, number 4. Tell us your most favorite video game weapon and why. It can be in a video game that you haven't played yet. Favorite video game weapon. Huh. Honestly, my favorite video game weapon would still have to be like a bunch of the combinations that you can make in Dead Rising 2. I love the Defiler, which is the sledgehammer and the fire axe. I also love the shotgun pitchfork. I still think that's pretty epic. And I love the paddle saw, which is like the paddle with the chainsaws attached to it, and the slicycle, which is the motorcycle with the chainsaw on it. I still love them. I just love how you can, like, create different weapons. I mean, call me corny, like, you could have, like, rocket launchers and stuff in other games, but I still just like, duct tape putting stuff together and just, beating the shit out of zombies. It's just so much fun. Number 5, what's the hardest single-player video game you've ever played? The hardest single player, I would have to say Borderlands. I still haven't beat that on my own. I'm so, like, I love the game, don't get me wrong, and I have played it with, like, other people. I enjoy preferably playing it with other people. I'll still play it on my own, but I'm just not as good at it, and, like, when I play it on my own, I die so easily. I just fuck up so easily. So I would say Borderlands is pretty difficult on your own, especially for the download content. It's ridiculous. I can go through the zombie one fine, but when it comes to like, Mad Moxie's level, forget it. I'm dead. Let's just forget it. Garg123456 Abel asks, what are some of the LP you'll be doing, please? Again, I'm not announcing it. If I announce it, you guys will know. I won't keep it from you. But if it's a surprise, I can't tell you. So I don't really have a future list yet of what I'll be doing, and I don't think I'll ever will. You just kind of have to stay tuned and find out what's going to happen. Ha ha ha. I get your attention. You deal with it. Terrier M fan? Or Terrier? Whatever the heck your name is, I can't pronounce your frickin' name. TAIREAMFAN 14. There you go. Number 1, what's the scariest moment on The Calling and The Grudge for you? For Calling, it would have to be Yoshi popping out of the frickin' drawer when I went to pick up the phone. And for The Grudge, it would have to be the arm coming out at me from the door. I did not see that coming, and that scared the shit out of me. Number 2, if you could recommend a horror video game, what would it be? Definitely, I would say Fatal Frame, Calling, definitely those two to play, most definitely. And Clock Tower 3 is a pretty good game too. Number 3, what's your favorite holiday? Halloween, like I said before. Space Monkeys 88. Number 1 asks, what is the hardest game you've ever played? Again, that would be like Silent Hill 2 for Let's Play, but for like in general, it would have to be like Silent Hill 1. It was pretty difficult. Number 2, how old are you? I'm 23 right now. I will be 24 on March 21st. Yes, I'm old. Deal with it. Ha. Everyone thinks I'm either like a 12-year-old boy or like I'm really, really young, and I'm not. I can assure you that, my voice is the way it is, even though I sound young. I'm not that incredibly young compared to like a lot of other people on here. Number 3, do you have any pets? Yes, I have 8 cats and 1 dog. I live in the country. Yes, I do. The Blackbird 11 asks, number 1, if you could be anyone in the world, who would you be? I would say I would have to be, like, just like a video game kind of like corporate executive. Like, somebody who's like on top of the video game industry, who's just like a badass company that can like make the most awesome video games. I think that would be incredibly awesome. That would be somebody I would love to be. Just kind of skip the whole process of getting there and just like wake up one morning and be like, yeah, I know what the hell I'm doing. I can make video games. Everybody buys them. Everyone loves them. I have a lot of money. I think that would be pretty cool. Number 2, if you could be any game character from a game, who would you be? Again, I'd be Claire Redfield. I love Claire Redfield. I could pull off her character pretty easily, and just fighting zombies and stuff would just be awesome. Let's see. MoonLightNobleHeart asks, dearest gamer cat, number 1, what's your favorite subject when you were at school? Well, I did like art. I loved art. But believe it or not, and this might scare a couple of you, but one of my favorite subjects in school was English. Yes, I'm not even kidding. English, literature. I was pretty good in those subjects, like just writing papers, reading Shakespeare. I had, when I was a senior in high school, one of our finals for English was all on Shakespeare novels. We read every single Shakespeare novel in high school, and we had to take a test on all of them, and I got an 85 on it. That was the only final on, like, for senior year to graduate that I ever passed. It was on Shakespeare, and I was proud of that. If you ask me what most of it's about now, I probably won't even remember, because it's literally been that long since I've been out of, high school. But yeah, English, literature, art, that's my favorite subjects in school. 2, what do you do to calm your own self when you're stressed? When I'm stressed, I do a couple of things. I either listen to music, and just kind of drown it out, or I talk with friends, really close friends, boyfriend, or I play video games and I just beat the living shit out of people on the video game. So that's basically what I do when I'm really stressed out. I have to do something else. I literally just have to walk away from whatever the hell's stressing me out and go do something else, or else I just go crazy. Risen Angel 17 asks, which do you think was scarier, Calling or The Grudge? Calling, definitely. Definitely Calling, hands down. Because The Grudge, even though it had scary moments, wasn't that long, but Calling just kept holding you on and just surprising you every single time. Okay, and NaviTheFayrie. I think that's the last question we have. NaviTheFayrie. First she has is a remixed version of the song Storms from Zelda. I don't know, I think it's like, it is a Zelda song, but I don't know if it's from that one, but it is from Zelda. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, number 1, what's the easiest Let's Play you've ever done? Easy. I would say the easiest I've done would have to be Clock Tower 3, because I knew exactly what I was doing. And it was just easier because I've played it so many times. It's like, oh, yep, here we go. We'll do this. We'll go here. We'll go there. We'll do that. It's all good. Because like even the other games, like I'm really good in Lost in Nightmares, and when Nemo and I played that, I love playing that game. So I guess yeah, Lost in Nightmares could be pretty easy too, because I can play through that game absolutely no problem now. But there are some times where it does become difficult because Anchor Steve like literally just respawns wherever the hell he wants to every time you play, and no matter what difficulty you play. Number 2, what's your favorite Let's Play? Clock Tower 3. Number 3, is there any other survivor horror you plan on doing after finishing Silent Hill 2? Yes, I do plan on doing others. But, again, I don't want to get everybody's hopes up and tell them, oh, I'm getting this game and I'm doing this, unless I absolutely and definitely know I am. And at the moment, I can't really say that because I don't have a lot of scary games that I haven't done yet. So, but yes, I do plan on doing other, survivor horror games, so no worries on that part. I just don't know, because a lot of them are like on the PC, which I'd like to do on the PC, but I can't figure out a way to record it very well without it like crashing my computer and just screwing up. So I will take it, but can't fucking talk. I will take it into consideration, but yeah, I'm not going to make any plans, but I do want to do other survivor horror games, if that makes any sense. And holy crap, I've recorded for over an hour. This is going to be many parts. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next Let's Play, which is a surprise. So enjoy yourself. Hope you had a happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have a good February, and I will see you guys later. So bye bye.